Gotham City is mine now. 3 months ago, I took down the deadliest villains it had to offer. But just because I'm here doesn't mean criminals will disappear. Now some of them see me as a personal challenge. I'm going to have to stay a step ahead. Take tonight, for example.
Arkham Origins Blackgate was released back in October of 2013, and while we have a video up for the 3DS version of the game, I thought it'd be kinda cool to review the Vita version because I was sent this version for my birthday. So, is it radically different than the 3DS version? No, not at all. It's actually the exact same game, with one major difference. This version supports a native resolution of 960 by 544. That means it looks quite a bit sharper than the 3DS version. What you're seeing in this video is an upscaled HD image running through the PlayStation TV. The image is nice and crisp with fluid animations throughout. This is one fine-looking Vita game, as you can clearly tell. So what makes Blackgate so interesting? Well, it's quite a bit different than the standard Arkham games. Sure, it features the same awesome combat system, although a lot less punishing in terms of keeping up that combo meter, and the awesome detective mode, but that's pretty much where the similarities end. Blackgate is a Metroidvania-style game, forcing you to move from one of 3 core areas back and forth as you find new weapons and upgrades. Your main objective is to take down the Penguin, Black Mask, and the Joker. And you're free to tackle each boss in any order you'd like. There's a New Game Plus mode, which allows you to keep all the secret files you find, and I'll tackle that in just a sec, and costume pieces. There are a total of 4 different outfits you can find within the game, and 1 from playing Arkham Origins on your PS3. The more pieces you find, the better, and 1 piece is exclusive to each ending boss character you fight, meaning you have to play through the game a total of 3 times if you want to collect each and every costume. I should also mention that you trophy hunters out there will be pleased to hear that you can easily get a platinum in this one after around 15 to 20 hours of playtime, as one of the very first suits you'll complete or find is the infamous zombie Batman suit, which makes you invincible. I was able to complete my first playthrough in about 8 to 9 hours, and then the next 2 playthroughs in about 2.5 hours or so. Each, of course. So let's talk about those secret files now. They replace Riddler trophies and challenges, and in order to find a secret file, you have to scan the environment, which is done by swiping your finger across the front of the Vita's touchscreen. Often you'll have to find a secret entrance to a one-off room somewhere in order to locate the secret file. The other thing I really enjoyed about the game outside the core combat system and exploration were the awesome comic-inspired cutscenes. There's full voice acting here too, with all the actors from Arkham Origins reprising their roles, meaning no Mark Hamill as the Joker or Kevin Conroy as Batman, but honestly, the voice acting is top-notch either way. The cutscenes act as a great homage to Batman's comic roots. Now, not all is perfect, I'm afraid. First off, the story is extremely minimalistic. I enjoyed it to be sure, but it doesn't do much to complement Arkham Origins, which is why this game exists in the first place. I'd say it's okay at best. But the major problem with the game, and the one that Steven went on and on about in his review of the 3DS version of the game, is the god-awful map system. This is a highly perplexing move the developer made to me, because the map is 2D and the game is 3D. Now, it's really difficult for me to explain this, but you can see it in the video. Batman moves around in a 3D space but on a 2D plane. That means he can often take a path into the background, which wouldn't be bad except that the background isn't represented on the map. So when the game was re-released on the Xbox 360, PC, and PlayStation 3, the map system was completely redone, making it about 1,000 times more playable than this version. By the time I was in my third playthrough, I barely used the map system at all because of how confusing it can be to figure out where you have to go. And you all know that for a Metroidvania game, the map system is incredibly important. Now, to make matters worse, since the upgraded version hit the scene on consoles, why didn't the developer patch this version of the game to include the new map? It really boggles my mind. Overall, Arkham Origins Blackgate is an utterly fantastic game that is marred by a horrible map. As such, unless you're a die-hard Vita fan or a huge portable player, I really can't recommend this version over the console versions which are now available. And I'll be reviewing the PlayStation 3 version of that in a little bit. I also want to mention that playing this on the PlayStation TV isn't ideal either, as there is a ton of scanning involved, and I played this with a PlayStation 4 controller, which requires you to use the touchpad, which you would think would be no problem, but then you have to actually press in the touchpad in order to activate the scan mode, and that just did not feel natural at all. Now, all that said, you guys could do a lot worse than Blackgate. It really is worth hunting down regardless of which version you play, just because it's so damn addicting.
Joker.
Hello, valued guest. Do you like what I've done to the place? I haven't quite finished. I'm sure you'll see more of my improvements as you go along.
I'm not going anywhere, Joker, and neither are you. You'll give me the codes for the crypto sequencer and we'll end this here.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to the Warden's office to finish my alterations, while you go find the Warden. I won't even make you search, that's how gracious a host I am. The Warden's in the conference room. He's tied up in a meeting, and tempers are running high. He's an explosive, you might say.